everyone, welcome to the Coach Save Academy Lab Guide. Here Manu Largo, as always, from Orox Motorsport. And today we're gonna do the week 9 of the iRacing series. We travel to Laguna Seca, amazing track. And we are going with the Mercedes GT3 AMG. So let's do a fast lap first and then detail it. So let's go. Okay, so here we are in the main straight of Laguna Seca. Let's keep the race on line and do the less meters as you can. Stay close to the inside. And for the first corner, my braking zone is the 4 bore here on the right, maybe between the 4 and the white line. We're gonna open the steering wheel, and the first corner is a 2 apex corner, so it's better to touch both of them. And in the middle of both corners to start with the throttle. Now we are doing a lot of trial braking in this part, and when we reach the middle corner, we're gonna start with the throttle, as you see here, and make the car rotate with the throttle. Always avoid in this track the red sources, and stay away from the sand as well, because it's too dangerous here in Laguna Seca. Okay, we use all the track, even the curves. And for the next corner, it's really important the corner speed in the next one, the next two. So my braking point is here, the 2 board. We're gonna brake really slightly, as you see here, 30%. And before reaching the red sources, we have to go on the throttle as well in the first corner, you see here, to make the car rotate. And when we have the car pointed really good to the inside, flat out, always using all the extra parts of the track is really important to use that a lot. And for the next corner, another important corner with corner speed, so it could be done in 3rd gear, but I prefer to put 4th gear and not to decrease that speed. So when we reach the 2 board, I put 4th gear and a little touch of brake to make the car point into the inside, and before the sources again with the throttle to make the car rotate. It's really important this to reach the maximum speed here in this straight. Always really careful with the sun here and using all the track. For this next corner, my braking point is a white line here on the right, and it's a corner where there's a lot of grip in the east side part. If you go too wide, it's really dirty, so maintain the car on the inside and you will have a lot of grip. Here's the white line that is my braking point. Down to 3rd gear is hard brake here, 80%. and we stay and we close to the inside. Always, as we said before, always avoid the red sources. And here there is a lot of grip. As you see here, I go flat out really soon before the curb. Start with the throttle and flat out. A lot of grip here because the track is like this, so it's a lot of grip. Really careful with this exit because it's really easy to touch the rear right wheel and spin and go to the wall. So take care of that. And this one is, for me, is one of the trickiest corners here in Laguna Seca because it's a blind apex. You have to look to the two board. I brake a little bit earlier to be focused and see where's the apex. So we start with the steering wheel, and before the curb, before the red sources, we have to press throttle again, like the corners before, to make the car rotate because it's too easy to go wide here and go to the sand and crash. So really important, of course. The most important is to not touching the red sources because you are gonna break the car or bump and go into the outside. And it's really important the corner speed as well. So I prefer to brake a little bit earlier, take my time to see the apex and to turn it in to the inside, and pressing the throttle when I am sure that the car is gonna rotate. As you see here, I go flat out at this point. Before even the red sources, I go flat out because I know that braking that earlier, I can go flat out and the car is gonna stay on the track. And now the most famous corner in Laguna Seca and maybe in a lot of tracks is the corkscrew. So the entry is really easy, but the second corner is totally blind. So you have to practice where to put the car. I was looking for reference on the trees. You will see. First, we're gonna start with the braking. I start braking when I see this white line here in the wall. When the white line disappears is my braking point, and we have to brake hard here when the car is going up, and when we are going over the crest, we have to lift a little bit because the car has no weight on the ground. And now when we reach again the floor, we brake a little bit harder. And as I said before, the entry is no problem, but you have to place the car. Now you can't see anything. You can't see the apex of the second corner. So I was looking for a reference here on the front, and between this tree and this white tire, I think it's a tire here in front, you have to place the car and look that way. I think that is the point where if you go this way, as you see here, the tree is in the middle of the site, you are going on track. If you go a little bit to the right, you're gonna do the Valentino Rossi movement. So it's an off track and a really high slowdown. So better to not doing the Valentino Rossi pass, and when the pass of laps, I can't see that tree on the front, so it's practice. I see if I put the car this way, I know that I'm gonna be on track. So maybe that is a reference where on first laps you can take a look and see, okay, if I go this way, I'm gonna stay on track. And as you see here, here's the apex, and without touching the sand, we go flat out. Okay, so once we are out from the corkscrew, we place the car again to the right and make this is another complicated corner because the car wants to go to the outside. The car is bottoming a lot, so there's a lot of grip, but there is a lot of instability going to the outside. So I go, as you see here, with low throttle, making the car rotate, again with throttle. And when I know that the car can stay on track, I go flat out. And again, take care with this corner exit because it's too easy to place the car on the sand and spin and go to the left here. Okay, last two corners. The first one is my braking point is the 2 board. It's a really slight brake. We go over the curb, down to 3rd gear, and again avoid the red sources. There's a lot of grip here too. You see here I missed a little bit the apex, but as soon as I can I go flat out and there's no problem. And for the last corner, my braking point is the white line here on the right. Be very careful because it's too easy to place the car, to put the wheels on the sand is really easy. And another hard brake, down to 2nd gear. And here we can go over the red sources because it's not that high like the corners before. And flat out in the middle of corner because we can use all the AstroTurf here on the right because it's not an off track. As you see, we're going complete out of the track, but there is no off track. And that's it, the lap here in Laguna Seca. Okay, so that's it. That's the tail lap here in Laguna Seca. I hope you like it and I hope I can be helpful with that information. And don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. We keep making lap guides and setup sessions. And see you next week with more content, more combination. Not Valentino Pass like here, but more cars and more tracks. So take care. Let's race and bye-bye.